Let's say you are a software engineer and you ask me, Karan, tell me the single most important topic from entire multi-threading series. So I'll say condition variable. Condition variable is the most important topic of entire multi-threading series, I will say. So in this particular lecture, we'll try to understand what is condition variable and in what kind of cases we can use condition variable. So let's get started. So by definition, a condition variable is a synchronization primitive that allows one or more threads to wait until another thread notifies them. So for now, you might not have understood this particular definition. So we'll take an example and we'll try to understand what is the meaning of this definition. So let's say inside my system, there are two threads. One thread is producer thread and second thread is consumer thread. So what this producer thread does is it creates the task and it pushes the task to the queue. So I am calling this as a queue of different kind of tasks. So this particular producer thread creates the task. Let's say for now this has created the task T1, and what this consumer thread does is it picks the task from this task queue, that is it will pick the task T1 and will execute this particular task. So how this particular consumer thread will get to know that there are more tasks to execute in this particular task queue? So there can be multiple approaches around it. For example, let's say first approach is it can keep checking while queue.empty, then keep executing this particular loop. That is, it will keep checking if queue is empty, then stuck in this, and if something is there inside this particular queue, then execute that. But what is the disadvantages of this particular approach? So let's say this particular task queue is empty for let's say 5 seconds. So for this entire duration of 5 seconds, this consumer thread will keep consuming the CPU and will keep checking whether queue is empty, queue is empty, queue is empty. If queue is empty, still this is executing this particular task. So this is called busy waiting. So though there are no tasks inside this task queue, still consumer thread is wasting the resources. That is, still consumer thread is using the CPU. Another approach could be, let's say when this particular queue is empty, at that time this consumer thread can sleep for let's say 1 second, and then again this can check whether queue is empty. Let's say some task is getting added inside this particular task queue after let's say 500 milliseconds, but this particular consumer thread will wake up after 1 second only to check whether something is there inside the queue or not. So the execution of this particular task T1 will get delayed by 500 milliseconds. So whenever something is getting added inside this task queue, this thread is unable to execute that in the runtime. So in the first approach, where we were using busy waiting approach, in that case this consumer thread was wasting the CPU, and in the second approach where we are adding some kind of sleep here, whenever task is getting added inside this queue, consumer thread is unable to execute them in the real time. So instead of using these two approaches, we can take another approach, that is, let me erase everything. So let's say producer thread will produce something, and for now I am assuming that this particular task queue is empty. So what this consumer thread will do is it will check whether the queue is empty or not. If queue is empty, it means there is nothing to execute. So what this will do is it will go into the sleep state. and this will go in the sleep state in such a way that whenever something will get added inside this queue, this producer thread will notify consumer that there is a new task in the task queue, please execute that. So in that scenario, consumer will get to know, oh, task is added inside this queue, so it will come out of this sleep state and will execute the task. So what is happening is, if something is there inside this particular task queue, keep executing the task, and let's say this particular queue is empty at that time, go to the sleep state, and whenever something will get added inside this task queue, this producer will notify consumer that something has got added inside the task queue, please execute that. And this entire notification mechanism works based on certain condition. So in this case, that condition could be queue.empty, which means if queue is not empty, it means something is there inside this queue. So in that scenario, producer will tell consumer that there is something in the queue, please wake up, and consumer will start executing that particular task which was there inside this task queue. So, and one more thing, that notification from producer can be sent to a single thread as well as to multiple threads or more than 2 threads as well. So any number of threads can receive this particular notification depending upon how we have designed our application. So now we can relate this entire definition to this particular scenario, that is, a condition variable is a synchronization primitive. So it is doing some kind of synchronization between different threads that allows one or more threads to wait until another thread notifies them. So in this scenario, this consumer thread is waiting for the notification from this producer thread, and there can be multiple consumer threads inside my system. So that's why we are seeing one or more threads to wait until another thread notifies them, and this notification comes based on certain condition that we'll try to understand in the next lecture. I hope this particular lecture was helpful for you. So till now, if you have not subscribed the channel, please do subscribe, and at the same time, please do like this particular video, so that way YouTube will distribute this particular video to more number of people. Thank you.